When it comes down to getting shit done in life, when you say you want to quit your addiction, when you say you want to drop the vices, when you say you want to start hitting the gym, you say you want to unravel your fitness journey and attain that desired body, what it all comes down to, in essence, is keeping your word. Now, everyone said they wanted to pursue a certain endeavor to attain specific results. But the reason people don't attain the results, the specific results that they tend to receive by pursuing that endeavor, is because they break their word. So as an individual who is pursuing something, it's your responsibility to respond with efficiency to not break your fucking word. And every time you break your word, you register to your subconscious mind that you're a bitch and you can't keep your fucking word for your shit. So next time you say you want to do it, you fail at it miserably, and then so the cycle continues, because what you've been doing is compounding your self-failure. So we have self-accomplishment, and then we have self-failure. And every time you neglect corresponding to the higher outcome by holding your word and keeping your personal integrity to yourself to amplify your levels of self-esteem and self-respect, every time you take back steps and break your word to yourself, is every time you will inevitably have to, you'll have to use more willpower next time you want to persist in that endeavor. And so when we look at pursuing our goals, right, we naturally get into a flow state. It becomes a habitual pattern. We attain our goals like it's nothing, and we make it look easy the 3 times per day going to the gym every day. I mean, my body feels like shit, but to keep my personal integrity and to hold my word to myself and to hold myself accountable, we make it look easy. We make it look like it's nothing. But in reality, our arms feel like they're about to tear off our fucking body. But we're still pushing and walking the extra mile where, people would have gave up, a good gap, before where we, got to. But the whole point is to keep your word to yourself. And so every time you pick up the drugs and the alcohol, every time you pick up the cigarette and the vape, you just rendered yourself mentally inferior because you are passively killing yourself, and there's a higher version of yourself that isn't doing that shit. So the goal is to always hold yourself accountable. And when you say, this is the time, this is the day, this is when we stop, this is where I grow, this is where I drop all the negative habits, this is where I begin my personal development, and then you break your word, well, you just wasted time and energy just lying to yourself to say you're going to do something and to lie to yourself. I mean, if you're not going to sit there and lie to people around you, then why would you lie to yourself? Are you basically saying that the people around you, do you care more about the people around you than you do yourself? I mean, if you say you're going to quit the alcohol, if you say you're going to quit the cigarette, but, you go back on your word, but when it comes to helping out a friend and you told your friend you were going to do this and then you did it, so you're basically telling me that your personal integrity for your friendships are more important than the personal integrity for yourself? And these are the questions you have to ask yourself, because a lot of people go through life non-evaluated. You're not evaluating yourself. You're not actually deducing who you are by action and by habits. Your actions are a reflection of you. What you put your time and energy into is a direct reflection of who the fuck you are. And so every time you neglect the responsibility of giving up what is taking away, what is adding negative energy to your life, you will slowly compound downwards. You will spiral downwards instead of upwards. The entire point of personal development is to spiral upwards, to attain certain goals, to push certain thresholds, and to become a better individual for yourself by by holding your word to yourself, holding yourself accountable, and providing a better experience in the life that you only get once for yourself. To go to the gym and to get fit will help you in so many levels. Your mental health, your physical health, so many levels are going to proliferate, and you are going to be a better individual by just adapting to a new positive habit, which you will hold yourself accountable to and hold your word to go every single day. And you're going to do that until it becomes a habitual pattern, and now that is seamlessly integrated into your habitual sequencing. So what you do every day, that's just a part of it. You never miss a day. You can't miss a day because that goes against your program. So just like how you smoke and you pick up the vape and it's automatic and it's very easy to slip, the same way that when you go to the gym every day, it'll become automatic and you won't slip up on your habit because you are persisting in it, and you've created a neurological pathway that your brain will literally resonate with for you to go persist in that endeavor that you do so often to compound your personal development. And so what we're doing here is we're wiring our brain to work for us and not against us. So every time you pick up the vape and you allow yourself to be addicted, because it is a choice at the end of the day, every time you pick up the alcohol and poison yourself, well, just remember that you're making the choice to do that, and you're creating a neurological pathway that is going to resonate you with that specific endeavor. And so when we look at your physical health and your body's, what a dysmorphic, whatever the fuck that shit is, when we look at you and we look at your eyes and you have baggy eyes, and when we look at your love handles and you look like shit, you look like you look like a zombie. And so this is where you need to make the change for yourself to be better, or you will not fucking change, and you will remain that same low level piece of shit bitch. So I mean, it's very simple, but it may not be easy. Very simple, but it may not be easy. But if you can persist in a specific endeavor, the same way you wake up and brush your teeth, the same way you wake up and take a shower, it's automatic. It's a flow. It's like you wake up and bam, 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 done. And now you're making the move for the day. The same way you do that, you can do that with other habits, such as going to the gym. When it comes to quitting the addiction, you're going to reframe your mental framework. Join the self-development community in the description. We have subconscious reprogramming there. That's how I quit my addictions, nicotine and weed. And so it's very simple. You have to reframe your mental framework to align with a higher version of yourself that doesn't do that does not accept that, your 10-0 self. And then you're going to do everything to become that individual every day. So when you wake up, your 10-0 self isn't hitting the vape and scrolling. Your 10-0 self is getting the fuck up and getting shit done to better himself as an individual, to better his life, as his lifespan is slowly decreasing, and he needs to max out before he's fucking 50 years old, and it's too late to pursue whatever you wanted to pursue in the life you only get once. So very straightforward, very simple. The first, we make it look easy. So get around individuals who make it look easy, so when it comes for your time to finally persist in that endeavor, it's easy for you, because all you're seeing is individuals who make it look easy. If the individual next to you is going to make it look easy, for you it's going to be mad easy. Peace.